Hello, Junior fans. Another episode of Stall Talk here with Head Coach Garrett Strot. I'm Tyler Davey. As always, Stall Talk brought to you by Visit Pasco and Hilton Garden Inn, Tampa North. Coach, we talked about it last week a little bit, how important it was to have the Eels in town this weekend. It's always a competitive game, and we got two great games, two overtime wins for the juniors. And for both teams, in different circumstances, they were huge wins.
Yeah, it was. Every time we play them, it seems to be a good game. I ran the Crabtree before the game. He goes, "Well, Coach, you ready?" He's always ready. He's talking about it's going to come down, to the last minute again, which it always does with these guys on both teams. But that's what makes it a great rivalry. And both teams respect each other. There's not a lot of stuff after the whistle. They just keep playing hard, but it's fun when you get games like that. But yeah, it was big for both teams to come out on top, for each of them.
The Elite team winning 6-5 in overtime, getting a hat trick from Trent Gephart. That's also a game when you're without Jack Mazer, one of your top scorers. Just seems like this Elite team has the next man up mentality. How huge is that?
Yeah, it is really big. You look at Trent, he's been playing some defense too this year, because when we were a little bit shorthanded early in the year with D, be able to come back, and I didn't realize he had the hat trick, because I thought his second goal, Casio had it, and at the end of the game they're all saying he had the hat trick, and I didn't even realize it. So. But he's been really playing well. But he really buys into the stuff that we do, and he really focuses, and you can just see it in his play.
We saw two great games against the Eels last weekend. Now you have 4 this weekend coming up, 2 for Premier, 2 for Elite. Now that you have a full week to kind of digest and take in the games on Sunday, there's some things you're trying to work on going into those games because you've seen the Eels already?
Yeah, we work on some things that they, against what they do, especially special teams. We had some video today with the Premier, and we'll watch some video tomorrow with Elite. And just, but more of it right now, we're still kind of working on our style of play. We kind of changed our style a little bit in the offensive zones. We've been working on that, and with playing them 3 games in a row, you'd start seeing some tendencies what they do, and you got to counter them.
With the Premier Division, specifically, DME has had a major facelift. They're off to a great start. Eels are always a competitive team. Junior Blades have beefed up with some Palm Beach players, and you guys, there's an incredible amount of talent. It just seems like you're right there. How exciting is this race going to be throughout the whole year?
Yeah, that's what I love about the South Division, because it is. Every game that you got to come and be ready to play, or you're going to get blown out. But otherwise, all the teams are pretty equal, and pretty much all of our games have been 1-goal games, and it's not going to be any different the second half either.
Junior fans, there you have it. This is Head Coach Garrett Strot. Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks, Tyler.
Junior fans here with Premier Forward Evan Sivets. Evan, huge win on Sunday for the Premier team. OT against the Eels, a tough game. So now you guys have won 2 in a row after a slow start to the year. What's the feel like in the locker room?
It's nice for the guys. We got all of our confidence back, so we're just meshing together now, and we're playing well together. And there's some injuries, but that doesn't stop us from working hard in practice or working hard during the game. So we're just moving our feet more and just shooting the puck more. We got our confidence back now. So
you had 2 goals through your first 14 games, but you've exploded for 3 in your last 2. How has your comfort level improved at this level?
It took a while to get used to just going from high school hockey to junior hockey. It's a lot more physical and stuff. So now I'm getting used to it. I'm just getting used to the field of play, and my flow's getting there. So I'm just putting the puck in the net more. It's good.
It's a big adjustment, obviously. What are some things you've tried to work on personally to improve your game?
Seeing the ice more and looking for my guys. My passing in the few games in the beginning were kind of slow, and I didn't I reacted to people, and now I'm having them react to me. I'm just using my speed more, trying to find my teammates more. So
this was a big move for you coming down from Minnesota. We had an article a couple years ago about this move. We called it From Hockey Haven to Hockey Heaven. What has it been like? This is a much different experience down here in Florida.
It is, it's hard going from the buses to 3 hours, because that's usually a hotel trip for us, and usually it's just a 20-minute bus ride. But now it's a lot warmer, and the ice is different, so it's a lot softer. But I like it. It's fun, and all the guys are good too, so I like it.
Junior fans, this is Premier Forward Evan Sivets. Evan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Junior fans, here with Elite Forward Trent Gephart. Trent, huge win for you and the team on Sunday. Huge game for you as well, the hat trick. You finished it off in overtime, 6-5 win over the Eels. Take us to that OT game.
Through the whole game, it was a grind game. We're going back and forth, goals back and forth. I put one going on in the first, and then I had a couple opportunities also in the first, and then went to the second, got another one. And then I was with Kyle, Casio, and Zach Parker, and they just kept trying to feed me the puck. And then going through the third period, I missed many opportunities. And then going into overtime, the only way to finish it off was to try to get that 3rd goal in overtime, get the OT winner, and Aiden Kennedy fed me a beautiful pass from behind the net, and I just buried it. And all the boys were just loving it, and it was a great way to finish off the game.
You took a pretty nasty hit almost a month ago. You still have the brace on the knee. What has that process been like coming back from that, and does it still affect you on the ice?
It was rough at the beginning. I had to go to the doctor, get my knee drained out and get shots in my knee. And it was a lot of rehab and physical therapy for the first week or so. And then once I got back on the ice, it was a slow transition to get back to game ready. But once we got out there, my knee starts moving around and starts feeling better. And as time went, my knee started feeling better and better, and now I'm back to full strength.
And before we even started this, I had to ask you, should I call you elite forward or elite defenseman? You played mostly defenseman last year. You've played both this year. Very versatile player. Is that something you take pride in?
Yes, I love being considered a utility forward, and I think it's one of my best qualities. Being able to play forward and defense, I think, is a very great aspect of my game, because I can see the puck, or I can see the game from both perspectives. And whenever coach needs me at defense, I can play defense, or if he needs me at forward, I can play forward. So it really makes me a very universal player.
You guys have had a couple of showcases in 3 weeks, playing some tough competition there. You're playing the Eels last week, twice this week. Great competition. How has the team grown from this?
In Chicago, we didn't end up as well as we would have thought, but coming back playing the Eels, getting that big win, I think it was a good momentum change for us, and I think it's going to help us go into these next 2 games against the Eels. And I think as competition is getting better and better, I think as a team we're starting to progress and starting to move the puck better and become more a team.
Junior fans, this is Elite Forward Trent Gephart. Trent, thank you very much.
Thank you.